If you didn't know, it's a misconception that you need high-end products to create a glam look. Today I'm going to be using some of my favorite drugstore products to create the subtle bronzy glam that you can create as well. So without further delay, let's begin. Let's start with base makeup. I'm already done with prepping my skin with a moisturizer and sunscreen, and now I'm going with a primer. And the one that I'll be using is NYX. This is the Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. This is a silicone-based primer, so it's going to fill in all those pores and fine lines and smooth everything out before you apply anything else over it. When I want to go for that subtle contoured look, I end up using two shades of foundations. Here I'm going to be using the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation in the shades 6 and 9. The shade 6 is a lighter one which I'll be using right in the center of my face. So that's going to highlight the high planes, and it's also going to pull in light to the center of the face. The brush that I'm using is from Real Techniques, and I've said this before, this is one of my favorite foundation brushes. And then I'm going to be using the shade 9, which is a deeper shade. It's the shade Tan in the outer perimeter as well as in areas where I usually contour my face or bronze my face. And when you use two different foundation shades, it's so easy to blend them into each other, especially when you're using the same brand. They almost melt into each other and you can barely tell that you use two different foundations, but it'll definitely give you the dimension that you need. And for my neck, I'm going to mix both the foundations to bring it down to my skin tone. For my dark circles, I'm going to be using the Milani Concealer. This is in the shade 145. It's a true match to my skin tone, and I'm going to be using it all around my eyes. Quickly blending it out with a damp sponge before I set it with the NYX Stay Matte but Not Flat powder. And then I'm going to lightly set my entire face. To add a bit more definition, I'm going to be using the Physicians Formula Butter Puff. This is a bronzer, and I really like their butter collection. I think it's really cute, and these are quality products. Many of you already know about the butter bronzer that they have. It's one of the most amazing bronzers compared to all the high-end and the drugstores. It's one of my personal favorites. I carry it everywhere. It gives you such a beautiful blend, and it's such an amazing product. They also have this Miss Butterfly blush. It is super cute, so I'm going to be using this on my cheeks. I usually like to apply blush higher up on my cheeks because it gives you a more lifted look. I'm going to lock everything with the Revolution Hydrate and Fix Setting Spray. The eye look that I'm going to be creating today is one of my favorite smoky eyes, starting with the So Fierce liner. This is from Revlon. I'm going to use it in my waterline as well as lash line. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just go ahead and apply it because we'll be smudging it. This eyeliner is highly pigmented. It's waterproof, smudge proof, and has a lacquer consistency, so it's very easy to smudge it before it sets. Using a flat definer brush, I'm going to smudge this. I'm going to soften this enough so even if I apply another eyeshadow over this, it looks well blended. From the Revolution Glow Heatwave palette, I'm going to use this brown eyeshadow all over my lid, going over the smudge kohl liner. I'm using a flat fluffy brush to apply it, and when you go over that smudge liner, it almost gives you that ombre effect, being deepest at the lash line, and as it moves upward and outward, it becomes lighter. And then with a clean blending brush, I'm going to diffuse this at the crease. It looks so stunning in itself. You can just apply a coat of mascara and call it done. But we're doing something else today. But I just wanted to give you both options. I've done this as well and it looks absolutely stunning. With a small flat fluffy brush, I'm also going to be using that brown eyeshadow in my lower lash line, smoking it out. Now, because we're going for that bronzy glam, I'm going to be using this subtle bronze shade right in the center of the lid and slowly diffuse it out in the edges. So it almost looks like I have it all over my lid, but that pop is right in the center. And now for the brows, I'm going to be using the Jordana Feather Brow Gel. So this is going to help keep the brow hair in place. And then with an angled brush, I'm going to be using a brown eyeshadow to fill in just the sparse areas. Using this highlighter shade, I'm going to highlight my brow bones as well as inner corners. How easy was that eye look? And to finish up, I'm going to curl my lashes. This is the Sally Hansen curler before I use a coat of mascara. And again, I'm using one of my drugstore favorites. This is the Lash Princess Mascara by Essence. I can't tell you how much I love this look. Every time I wear it, people compliment me. It's one of the most easiest smoky eyes to pull off, and it looks so beautiful. Now let's finish the rest of the face. For highlighter, I'm going to be using Butternut, again by Physicians Formula. This is again from the Butter collection, and it's such a cute collection. I'm going to be highlighting in the usual areas on the highest planes of my face, including the cheekbones, the tip and bridge of my nose, my forehead, as well as my chin. To complement this look, I decided to use a brown shade on my lip, starting with Hot Chocolate by Revlon in the borders. And then using a flat shader brush, I softened this. And then to top it off, I used the Revolution Lip Gloss in Best Coffee. I let my hair loose, and for a moment there I was thinking I should do a half up, half down, but I think I got too lazy and let it all loose, and here is the finished look. I love it. It looks simple yet glam, and it looks super fresh. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so comment below and let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, as always, please don't forget to thumbs up. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, and do check out the description box for all the products that I used today, along with links to my social media in case you plan to follow me there if you haven't already. Please stay tuned for an amazing playlist with loaded hacks to make your makeup life simpler right after this video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon with a brand new one. Bye guys.